Here's the straight question. If you've never touched Atelier, is the Ryza Secret Trilogy Deluxe pack the best door in? And if you have, is there enough here to justify a second trip? Short answer, yes on entry, it depends on the double dip. Long answer incoming with platform caveats because the same bundle hits differently on PS5, Switch 2 and PC, quick scene setter. Ryza is the modern high point of Gust's long-running Alchemy JRPG series. 3 games, 1 protagonist you actually watch grow up. In Everdarkness and The Secret Hideout, she's a restless island kid who stumbles into alchemy to fuel adventure. In Lost Legends and The Secret Fairy, she's a working alchemist navigating a bigger city and deeper ruins. By Alchemist of the End and The Secret Key, she's holding a whole hometown on her shoulders and sprinting across wide-open regions. It's cozy, it's earnest, and under the chill vibes is a deceptively obsessive loop. Gather, synthesize, tweak traits, morph recipes, then stomp mobs with items you cooked up yourself. It's the rare JRPG where shopping lists are as exciting as boss drops. The deluxe here means all 3 games with their DLC rolled in, plus new side episodes, extra playable characters, secret bosses UI and QQOL touch-ups, and convenience features like faster cutscene speed and a beefed-up photo mode. Important nuance. Those bonus characters aren't woven into the story cinematics. They're combat and challenge flavor, not rewritten canon. Think definitive editions with fresh side dishes, not a director's cut that changes the plot. Let's talk how the trilogy actually plays in 2025. The combat evolves from Ryza 1's hybrid ATB light swirl into Ryza 2's snappier, parry-capable rhythm, then peaks with Ryza 3's action turn fusion that finally trusts you to weave item usage, skills, and quick swaps without babysitting menus. The crafting deepens in parallel. You'll start by slotting basic ingredients into a recipe tree, then graduate to trait fishing, effect stacking, and recipe morphs that turn a humble bomb into a screen-clearing flex. The dopamine loop is industrial grade. Explore to gather, craft to get stronger, use the new toys to explore further, repeat until it's 3 AM, and you've min-maxed a healing salve that could put a hospital out of business. Now the part you came for, platforms. On PS5, Ryza 1 DX is the glow-up it always deserved. Clean frame pacing and smooth combat sell the hybrid system, and visual upgrades make those lakeside sunsets actually shimmer. Ryza 2 and 3 were already on current-gen hardware and remain the best-feeling entries here, just steadier and cleaner than last time around. On Switch 2, it's a trade. Ryza 1 is locked to 30 frames per second, but pushes higher resolution and nicer lighting than the old Switch version, and it holds that 30 without sweat. It looks great handheld and feels fine until you compare directly to the higher frame experience elsewhere, where the timing windows and active elements breathe better. Ryza 2 and 3 landing at a solid 30 on Switch 2 is the expected and acceptable outcome. Expecting 60 there would be fantasy. If you're sensitive to frame rate and plan to sink 100 hours, PS5 gets the nod. PC is the playground with the widest swing. You get expanded graphics options, 4K support, high refresh potential up to 120 frames per second, scalable effects, and the usual mouse keyboard niceties, tempered by the series' not always stellar optimization. On a strong rig you're golden, on middling specs you'll want to tweak. Minor thorn. Ryza 1's loading cadence can still add sand in the gears. Nothing brutal, just noticeable. If you're here to eke out every frame and future-proof the trilogy, PC is the power pick. Content and pacing gripes? A few, and they're consistent across reviews. The first game shows its age structurally, smaller maps, clunkier menus, more loading. The trilogy's difficulty is generally low unless you crank bonus levels or self-imposed constraints. And for all the love poured into the bundle, some of the flash lives around the edges. Side episodes deepen characterization, but the core stories stay their original shape. Personally, I think that's a feature. The appeal of Ryza is continuity, watching people grow across 3 acts, not tearing up the script for a remix. Where opinions split is the Switch 2 value proposition. One camp says the locked 30 with higher fidelity handheld is a win. The other wants an optional performance mode for Ryza 1 specifically, even at the expense of some gloss. I land in the options are king camp. The combat's active beats really sing at higher frames, but the Switch 2 version is still a strong way to play if you prize portability and stability. If you're platform agnostic and want the best feeling run, PS5 gets top billing, PC if you want to tweak. Let's answer the two buyer questions that actually matter. To Atelier, start here, full stop. It's the warmest on-ramp, and the deluxe bundle preserves the thrill of watching a cast age in real time. The crafting is deep without being punishing, the stories are kind without being saccharine, and the soundtracks carry you through the quiet moments where you're just picking flowers because your bomb recipe says, needs more greens. Veteran coming back, if you only ran Ryza 1 on old hardware, the DX version on PS5 or PC is worth revisiting for feel alone. If you already $100 the selling points are collected DLC cool and the new side content nice to haves not must haves. Consider whether bonus episodes and extra characters are enough to earn another trilogy lap. A few practical tips before we hit the algorithm toll booth. Don't hoard your good items. This series expects you to burn consumables and craft better ones. Push alchemy early. Leveling that tree pays off harder than raw grinding. In Ryza 2, make parry timing a habit. It changes the tempo of fights and your item economy. In Ryza 3, unlock fast travel points as you go, but resist the urge to warp everywhere. Gathering roots are half the game. And across all three, accept that the slice of life beats are the point. The world saving can wait until after a picnic and a new staff recipe. If this kind of no BS deep dive is your thing, hitch a ride with Veteran Game and hit subscribe. If you're nodding or fuming, toss a like so this take survives the algorithm. Final spark for the comments. In a craft-first JRPG like Ryza, would you rather lock 30 frames per second with prettier handheld visuals, or drop fidelity for a 60 frames per second performance mode? Even if it means a little grime on those Kirk and sunsets.